Welcome to the Canadian Investors Course, Session 8, Investment Industry Overview Commentary. Here's page 2, Terms of Use and Disclaimer. Please do read it. We've got a cartoon. Ken, you've almost reached your sales bonus level with time to spare. This is the manager speaking. Obviously, I set your bonus threshold too low. I'll need to adjust it upward retroactively. Ken says, maybe I'm just a great salesman. Manager says, that's the spirit, stay hungry. This could be a bank manager in one of our Canadian Big Five banks talking to their people, their financial planners and their financial services managers about their business, their work with their bank branch customers. Let's look at mutual funds and segregated funds and how they're purchased. Well, they can be purchased no load, no commissions charged to buy or sell the funds. It's a best practice, and many advisors do this now. They could be purchased low load. The fund seller receives a hidden fee of 1 or 2%. The investor holds the funds for 2 years before they're free of penalty of having to give back the commissions. Finally, they could be sold at a deferred sales charge, 5% commission paid to the seller. It's hidden. The investor will pay a penalty to pay back the commissions if the funds are sold early, usually 6 or 7 years, and they're free after that. Or it could be front-end load. Fund seller charges an upfront fee that you see, 1 to 2%, and the investor can sell the funds free of charge anytime. Trailer fees and how you should purchase. Well, mutual and segregated funds all have a management expense ratio. This includes the internal charges known as trailer fees that are paid to the fund dealers. If, for example, the MER on the mutual fund is 2.25% and the trailer is 1% every year, that means the management fee is obviously 1.25%. The trailer fee goes to the advisor or advisory group. If the funds are designated as F class, they don't contain a trailer fee of 1%. F-class funds are placed in fee-based accounts. If funds are sold to investors via a deferred sales charge where the seller receives a 5% hidden commission, then the seller's trailer fee every year is 0.5%. So they take a lesser trail, but they receive a bigger upfront commission. If, as an investor, you'd be well advised to only buy front load or no load funds, because you don't want to have exit fees. The annual trailer fee is generous for most mutual fund sellers, so it's important to ask about this before you buy. In fact, you shouldn't have to ask. Your advisor should be explaining exactly how he's selling you the funds and why. And if they don't, you probably should be looking for an alternative advisor, somebody who does disclose this information voluntarily and without your having to provoke. As for bonus structures, for industry players that receive bonus structures, it generally comes in two forms. The sellers are given a quota structure, and bonuses or compensation can grow as different sales levels are retained, or bonuses are based on volume of sales through the year and retention of investors' funds. Some mutual fund sellers at banks get paid 1 or 2% commission on a dollar amount invested at the banks. So always ask the seller how they're compensated, because that's important for you to know so you can get a feel for whether they're treating you fairly or not. This also refers back to that cartoon at the beginning of this segment. So CRM2, what is this? Certainly in this age of fee disclosure, CRM2 is the investor's friend. CRM2 is a client relationship model phase 2 and is designed to disclose fees paid for your advisors and charged to the investor in the investment industry. The disclosure of fees have been going on for many years if you deal with an IROC licensed advisor that practices portfolio management via fee-based accounts. The only hidden fee product in these types of accounts are when they use F-class mutual funds. So ask your fee-based advisor for a summary of all fees in these accounts, including any internal fees in the funds. The real difference in fee disclosure will be with mutual funds, though. MERs have been hidden until now. The fees that are included in hidden commissions and trailer fees regarding mutual funds will be disclosed in dollars and cents, not in percentages. However, the total MER will not be disclosed. And the reason for this is because the dealers are only obliged to report the commissions or fees which they receive. They're not required to report all the commissions that you pay. So CRM2 should probably be known as CRM1/2. The new law regarding fee disclosure begins in 2017, but full fee disclosure is believed to be spread over the next year or two period when another CRM phase is implemented in 2018. This next phase will disclose all fees charged in mutual funds, so the total MER, to provide full disclosure. It's also possible this may be delayed, and therefore it's important for you to understand all this stuff so that you can ask the right questions. Let's take the example of a $178,000 portfolio mutual funds with an MER of 1.9%. The total fees charged for the year on this amount, assuming the amount remains stagnant all year, and for the simplicity of a calculation, is $178,000 times 190 is $3,382. This is what you actually paid. In the future, new rules will lead to complete disclosure of this amount. The fee disclosure under current CRM2, though, will show the 1%, which is the trailer commission that goes to the advisor or advisor's firm. That's $1,780. If you want to know the whole fee, you need to ask your advisor or banker to calculate the entire fee, which is the whole MER fee, and tell you what that is. And they can provide you that number. Many Canadians could be surprised because they thought fees were hidden. In fact, some people think that they're getting it for free. They're going to discover that's not true. Unfortunately, seg funds are categorized as insurance products, and they're not, and they're exempt from CRM2 for now. So the insurance industry is not affected. So be aware that when advisors or agents sell seg funds to you, that they will also be receiving trailer fees, and there's a management expense ratio, and they may even charge different load charges. So if you're being offered segregated funds, you should ask what the loads are, what the MERs are. In other words, you need to be informed. That is the end of the commentary for segment 8.